welcome to another round of Chitter Chatter. And today we are going to chit chat with Poonam Jalan. Well, she's my favorite and there's so much about her. She's also an author of White, Soft and Fluffy. This story is about her. This is her soft and fluffy, and the story is all about her. Besides being an author, she's a thought sculptor, she's a behavior analyst, and an NLP practitioner. And she's right here, and I can't wait to get started with this chitter chatter. Also, let me tell you, this is her Insta debut live. It feels so great when you have your debut lives with me on my chitter chatter. So let me send her a request and let's get started because there's so much I want to ask her. Also, if you want to learn about NLP, she's having a workshop very soon in Bombay, and she keeps having workshops all around the town. So you can tag your people and join her for any of the workshops. And we're going to also know how thought sculpting and all of that helps. So are you all excited for this chitter chatter? Do send in all your comments here and I'm going to read as much as I can. Hey Avni, thank you. Hey Nidhi Upadhyay, how are you doing? Cinema Codes, hi. Nana Aluwalia, hi. How are you? Sakshi, hello. And Poonam is here and I'm sending her a request right now. And one started with a chitter chatter with Poonam. Have you all read about White, Soft and Fluffy? When you read this book, you read her story, you will get to know her, and you will also know how she has been all her life and come up with one and the other thing. Hello Poonam, welcome to Chitter Chatter.
Hi. I don't know. I just clicked on join the chat. I don't know whether I'm audible or not.
You are
I just
audible,
gave access
and
to.
since it's your
I'm
first
audible.
Insta debut, we are very excited to have you on Chitter Chatter.
Thank you.
So tell me, we all want to know about White, Soft and Fluffy. What made you write your story?
What made me write my story is the reason that working in the field of mental health, I've realized that, eventually all your patterns are created in your childhood. And because, we are not born with a user manual, so we learn from our environment. And, anything good or bad is a learning experience. And that's how we create patterns. And then they run on autopilot all our lives. So I decided to write because I wanted to let people know that they don't have to live in the way they are conditioned. They can always change and, live a better life. So I chose to write my story because it's when you're reading about somebody else's life, it's not threatening. So you can, but there's a lot of learning in there for everybody. Yeah, that's why I wrote the book. I wanted people to feel okay with sharing. It's all right. You don't have to mitte pao, aage badho. So yeah, that was my agenda.
And like you said, it does motivate people. When I read the book, there was so much to learn and so much to accept about oneself also, because every individual goes through a lot in life. And sometimes acceptance, which is the key, is something that none of us, we don't want to accept it at all. And your book
Yeah.
motivates people so much. So what kind of, did you really think when you were writing that this book was actually to make people accept themselves, to motivate themselves?
When I wrote the book, I just wrote it, out of okay, let me see. One sec. I'll just stop. Can I stop? Can I stop for a second?
Yeah,
How do I
yeah.
do that?
You want to exit the frame? What
No,
do you
no,
want?
it's okay. It's okay. It's okay. Ashani, so I was saying that when I wrote the book, I was reading a lot of books at that time. I think I mentioned this in my book itself that I was reading and I thought, okay, इतना क्या मुश्किल है यार, मैं भी लिख देती हूँ, and I just wrote one of the stories, and people really liked it, and I thought, okay, why not, let's share it. And of course, whoever has read it has said really nice things, including you. So yeah, it worked.
Well, right now we have Saloni Srivastava saying it's a wonderful book. Everyone should read it. Jatin Talukdar says the book has been super insightful. Mickey 69 thumbs up. Jatin, I highly recommend this book for Danika Lada. It's super insightful. And Poonam, you are such a star. Lots of
Oh,
wonderful marks are coming. Then Alicia is asking, hello Poonam ma'am, how you doing? And
Hi to everyone, and thank you for such nice comments.
also, when you were writing the story, it's your own true story. You have lived these moments in the past. You're reliving it right now while writing the book. So, how was it
Yeah.
coping?
Uh, you've read the book, Shweta. You know that some of the stories are really funny. So those were fun to write. And the sad ones, I struggled, but I would just, take long breaks, like 2 to 6 months breaks in between. Okay, something triggers me, I just, shut it down. So that's why, it's such a tiny little book, and it took me 2 years to finish. So there's a lot of, yes, emotionally loaded, I would say, the book.
Well, it is a tiny little book, but I have to say it's a very heavy book because once you read it, once you go through the whole journey, it's not only emotionally heavy, but it also like makes you think about the things you went through, how you cope with them. At the same time, it's very it takes you through your own journey. Surprisingly, it's like living your journey and at the same time living your own journey. So it's a tiny
Yeah.
heavy book.
Yeah, that's why, Shweta, I tried to finish every story with a learning, with a lesson, a takeaway for the reader. Let's say, for example, I made a mistake in something. So, how the other people, the readers could avoid making the same mistake. So it's like a sort of self help kind of a thing.
Yeah, to self-help through a book, like a full story, but at the same
Yeah.
time, you're also a thought culture and a behavior analyst. Tell our viewers a little about this.
About what? Sorry, I couldn't hear you, Shweta. Sorry,
A
lost your voice.
culture and a behavior analyst. So, if you could tell our viewers a little about this.
Okay, so what I do is I analyze both verbal and non-verbal language, and what you say, what you do, how you do, where you sit, what you wear, what kind of a tattoo you have, what kind of jewelry do you wear. Everything says something about a person. Uh, for example, if you have a tattoo, let's say on your left side, it's probably for your parents or your children.
And
Yeah. Do you
right
want to
side,
fly away, butterfly?
butterfly,
Yeah.
right hand.
Yeah. So, I analyze language and other things, of course, and then the aim is to help them see where the problem areas are, identify the blind spots for them, and then facilitate. As a therapist, the worst thing that one can do is to uh, give suggestions. Because unless the solution comes out of a person, it will not work. So that's what I try to do, to first make them see where the problem is, and then find their own solutions, and then work with them to achieve those.
So, since you were talking about that how you analyze and all of it. So a few people, and that you also mentioned about the tattoos and all. So a few people over here are asking that can we have some quick analysis? They tell you where the tattoo is. Would that be able to give you a quick, just a brief on how, like it happened? Some viewers who are asking us out.
Okay, so why don't you analyze your own tattoos? I'll give you a few cues. If you can see your tattoo, it's for you. If you cannot, it's for somebody else. Then you have to think who it is for. So, for example, if you have it on your back, you cannot see it, right? So, you made it for somebody who follows you, or who's behind you, metaphorically. So, yeah, and the internet is not good, somebody is saying. Anyway, I don't know if it's my problem or not. Can you
It's
hear me, Shweta? Shweta is lagging. I don't know if I am lagging too. I don't know.
right now I don't see any lag because when we are chatting, I can hear you completely. I can see completely. So Serena is Serena right here, and she's asking, "What about a tattoo on the ribs?" Well, let me tell you
Tattoo
a
on your rib. You
I said,
cannot see it. You cannot see your tattoo on your rib. So it's for somebody else who will be able to see your ribs.
Serena, can you tell us a little about music that you've come here? I love your music and I love seeing the music that you play and you compose all of it. So since she's
Wow,
a
Serena's like stealing my thunder now.
so you
No,
know
no, 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 no. No, Serena, please, can we add her? I mean, I think she knows that it's my first live. I'll be a little nervous. Nervous because, I feel thoda andha when it comes to, Instagram and all that. I always end up pressing the wrong button. So, yeah.
so how
So,
does gets into learning from you about their thoughts about how does it help them?
how does it help who? The
The
people who I analyze?
yeah.
Okay, so normally no happy person comes to me. They come because they have a problem and they want a solution to their problem. And most of the time, they come with the solution itself. They think that I will just endorse their solution and they'll feel happy, but it doesn't work that way. So, how I do it is, like I said, any stuck state, you have a relationship problem, you have anxiety, depression, or diseases, like, mind and body is one system. So, what you think will manifest somewhere in your body too. So, yeah, from acne to cancer, everything is related to your mind. So that's what I help people figure out.
How like you're gonna have your workshop really in Bombay on NLP. So what is NLP and can you tell us a little about this? Also, people, in case you want to join her workshop, you can connect with her on Insta, on her page. She's having this workshop in Bombay and she also keeps having workshops all around town. So you cannot miss it. You're going to definitely work on yourself. And now back to our question. What is NLP?
Okay, so NLP is a therapeutic modality, neuro linguistic programming. So it uses your neurology, your language, and your programming per se. It's changing certain behavioral patterns. The problem is that NLP was created in the 1970s. The original form is no longer viable, I would say, because so much research has happened, so much of knowledge is out there. Times has changed, COVID has changed us, technology has evolved. So what we actually teach people is, whatever is happening in the world of neuroscience, linguistics, latest stuff. So it has changed its form in our workshops, which is why so effective. But yeah, we teach. This is a certification workshop where we certify people to become practitioners. So they can start practicing, start helping people. So if somebody wants to learn a modality in order to make other people efficient, or people who deal with other people every day, for example, HR people, or anybody basically who wants to improve their people skills, understand them better, communicate better with them. Yeah.
Oh, how long is this workshop that is happening? Can you share a little details with us in case people over here want to join and how can they join the workshop?
Yeah, it's a full 6 days workshop, from 9:30 to 5:30 every day. And basically we start off by telling you how the human brain develops and functions, how you create, what kind of events can, for example, if a child is born in a family where mom dad are always fighting with each other, the child will learn either to behave that way or to become exactly opposite of that and start hiding. So that hiding person in bachpan mein to bach gaye, lekin if you're a CEO of a company and there is some problem and you go and lock yourself somewhere, it's not going to work. So we teach how patterns develop and then how we can identify them and how we can break them and create new, more effective ones. So it's a whole process, it's a whole journey of 6 days, which ends with goal setting, which with achievable goals, because for the brain there is no difference between real and imagined. So we actually make the brain achieve your goals so that it can actually help you go there. So fun workshop. It's a lot of fun. We were very very funny people in the workshop, not here right now.
So, people, if you want to have some fun, at the same time you want to work on yourselves, then do
Yeah,
connect
fun and
and
learn.
have some fun and help yourself grow with this NLP workshop. And if you're not from Bombay, you can keep checking with her where is she having her next workshops and join the workshops accordingly. Also,
Yeah.
Poonam, how important are thoughts? How they make us what we are?
Sorry, how important are our thoughts?
Yeah, in general, how important are
We
thoughts?
are we are who we are because of our thoughts. If our thoughts are all about bashing ourselves, oh, I'm not good enough, I'm this, I'm bad, I'm ugly, I'm fat, you will it will show in everything that you do. Your self confidence will be low, you will hide from people, you will not socialize, you will probably have depression or something. And if I'm saying, oh, okay, fine, it doesn't matter, life is good, you'll see a lot of people, they're very peppy, positive because of their thoughts. So thoughts for me, if you ask me personally, everything is thought. Everything that you're going through is because you thought of something and then you felt something and then you acted on it. So that's the sequence.
If you had to change one thing in all individuals, what would it be?
In all individuals, okay, one thing. I would say congruence. What we don't do, we should do more of is something called congruence, which means what you think, what you say, what you do, everything is the same. So if you want to have a pizza and you're eating a salad, you're not being congruent. It's better to have a little bit of pizza at that time. So incongruence is what results in distorted uh, thinking patterns, behaviors, self doubt. Anytime you're not doing what you really really want to do, you are creating one loop of incongruence in your head, which will someday be seen in some other form.
So I think we all should accept what we want to do. Until we are not hurting people, we should do it and we should live our life.
Yeah, congruence also means, Shweta, that if you cannot do something, you should accept that this is not possible. You cannot really act out on your first wants or needs or something all the time. You live in a society where you cannot do that certain things, so you need to accept that. uh, Most of the time, if you're congruent, you will be happier
And
eventually.
first, I guess on to our last segment of Chitter Chatter where we'll have some
Right.
fun rapid fire questions. Do you have your book around so that we can have a session
Yes.
more soft and fluffy?
Yeah, I have. Yeah. Do I look like this to people? People look at this. I look like that from
People
behind.
long back. I have read the book last year, so we can't. Okay,
Okay. So are we taking a photo?
yes. Ready?
Yeah. Done.
Yes, done. We managed to click something in our selfie. Thodi bahut to book आई रही. So
आ
now,
नहीं रही, but it's too close up. I didn't think it. Maybe next time I'll do some setting wetting here.
but
Hanji,
any
your rapid fire.
first live and it's gone really well. And I hope you also enjoyed your first live. You were very
Mm.
apprehensive going Insta live.
Yeah, it took me how many? 7 months only, right, to agree to do the
Only,
live.
only 7 months and you're right.
Just थोड़ा सा 7 महीना बस.
वो भी 7 महीने में कितने बोलना पड़ा. It is just a live. Let's just do. It's just chitter chatter.
Yeah, I know. I still was in avoidance mode today. Remember, कुछ और ideas है मेरे पास.
Of
थोड़ा
course,
और buy कर लो.
we are going to do many more chitter chatters. This is just the beginning. This is just one of the
Yes.
live. And now I'm getting on our last segment of chitter chatters. I'm going to ask you some rapid fire questions. And the first thing that comes to your mind.
Am I going to get something at the end of it or no?
Yeah, when you come to Bombay, a tight hug from me, which I'm
Okay, done.
making.
Worth it. हाँ, चलो fire away.
Okay, so the first thought that came to your mind when you started typing white, soft, and fluffy.
mm, what the hell am I doing? What am I doing this for? I didn't think it was worth it.
When the book came out, your copy.
Yeah. Sorry.
When the book came
When the
out,
book,
and your copy. What was the emotion?
when I held my copy the first time, unreal, I would say. Because when I started writing the book, I never thought I would finish it. So yeah, weird.
What was the first emotion when you started getting reviews from people around?
Your voice is breaking, Shweta. I'm sorry.
I
What
said when
was
you
mine?
getting emotion views from people around after reading the book, what was the first emotions that came up when people read the book, they got in touch?
I would say I mean, obviously, mixed emotions. People felt really emotional, but what I felt really happy about was that everybody started talking about their problems or issues that they were carrying for a long time. So that was good.
What is next after White Soft and Fluffy?
Okay, what next is the analysis that we do, how we do it. We're putting it in a book. So I'm writing it with Kanal Sudeep Mukherjee, and we're halfway through. So you'll see the book soon.
Valencia78 is asking, can my daughter, who's a 13-year-old, read this book?
Yeah. My daughter has read it, and she has been a part of this book all along. So there's nothing really, I would say, disturbing, except a few parts which maybe it's a story. It's the series of stories. Maybe you could choose which story to show her.
The book you're currently...
Shweta. The book I'm currently reading.
Yes.
I just finished a book called this Consumer Instinct.
The book you
Or
led...
I'm not very much into. I skip read a lot of books. There's all sort of books lying around here. There's one on relationships. There's one on chakra healing, because I want to see how other people are. If we could connect the dots where eventually everybody's trying to heal, right? Everybody's using another modality. So I like to read about that and how to connect these things in and incorporate in my own work. That's what I like to do with books. But you will not see me reading too much.
What do you enjoy eating the most when you're writing the book or reading a book?
Nothing. That's distraction for me. Eating is distraction. I'm not drinking anything, not eating anything. When I'm writing, I'm writing. And when I'm not writing, I'm not writing at all. Then I'm just eating.
What is the first thing that comes to your mind when I say thoughts?
Thought sculptor.
Behavior,
Analysis.
acceptance,
Mm, important.
healing,
Everybody can.
awareness.
It's rising. However, there are still gaps.
Your mantra for life.
Live and let live.
And lastly, how is it being on Chitter Chatter with Shweta?
It's like coming home and having a good time.
Thank you, Poonam, for finally, after so many months, giving in for this Chitter Chatter. We are
Thank
so
you, Shweta, for having me. Thank you
and
for making me my
White Soft
first
and
Insta.
Fluffy is
Yeah.
available online. Do buy your copies. What you like about the book, review it, and also let Poonam know what have you loved about the book. It's available online and in bookstores. So please do get your copies. And like I said earlier, her workshops are all over the town. So do connect, do heal yourself. Do let her know what you want, be it thoughts, be it behavior. She's gonna help you with everything.
Thank you so much, Shweta.
Thank you.
What are these?
Forward to many more
Uh,
Chitter Chat, many more books from you.
thank you so much, Shweta. It was really nice. For the first live, I think I managed well. I
You
just next
managed
time
to
remind me to
too
try
bad.
these filters. I really wanted to have that heart wala thingy on my head, but I thought maybe I'll press something and get disconnected.
So maybe we can try that soon. Maybe in our next Chitter Chatters, we can try some filters. We can have many, a lot more.
Oh, see?
Oh, finally we have it.
Yeah, I like it.
So
Thank you, Shweta. Thank you so much. It
you
was
missed
fun,
any
really fun.
on the Chitter Chatter. It's going to be on our IGTV. You can tag your friends, you can tag your family, and you can rewatch it if you missed anything. Wish you
Thank
guys
you.
a happy week. See you soon.